football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Ohio Bobcats. Take it away, broadcast team.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First play of the drive, lost a throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Got a little space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Off play action on first down. Fires downfield. Connection to the right. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the single back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Just feeds the running back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. And the Hurricanes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's second and goal from the 7. Keeps it on the bootleg. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bobcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They'll go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On the run, it's Rodgers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kemp. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Makes a move. Delivers the stiff arm. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bobcats line up to punt it away.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is important.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Smashes him with the stiff arm. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on first down. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Well, they've got a big lead here to start the second half. That doesn't mean they're going to start being conservative, though. They are still being aggressive, throwing the football. With how good this guy's throwing it right now, why not? Beautiful execution on that play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score.
Number 18, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it in the middle, it's Petway. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Bobcats send out the punt unit. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. And he's still running after the move. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll leave it with the lone back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Miami! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Here on 3rd down for this offense. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll try to do it himself. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Canes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. At the 20, he's got space. Finds some room. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Rush is on him. Bobcats will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll haul it in right around the logo. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up.